Hello friends, welcome to MiniVan Monday. Guess where I am? I'm by the lake, and guess what? I have a tickle in my throat. One moment. Loving our current Minnesota weather. I'm gonna choke on my own spit. Okay, let's try that again. Seriously, I wasn't a minute into the video and my eyes are watering now. I am just like, whoa. Let's just say, whoa. Not sure what happened there. So, yes, hello, new friends, seasoned friends. You're at Spicey Cat Jams. We're in the minivan by the lake because that's how I roll. A little quick chatty video. I am going to probably not have a minivan Monday next week because I start work tonight, Monday. And remember, I had that weekend off where I had the craft retreat. Well, it's only fair. The lady that covered for me would like some time off. So she actually only wants 2 nights off, but it's her short week, which means she's working she just got off this weekend, and then she would work Wednesday, Thursday, and then have a weekend off. So when I cover for her, I work 7 in a row. So I'm going to start Monday night tonight, and I will be working every night until I get off a week from now, Monday morning. So most likely I won't be doing a minivan Monday next week, but I won't have anything to say except I've been working and I've been working. So I don't probably have as much. I had a nice, good chatty one up not that long ago. So was it last week? I can't even remember. Life is a little crazy as usual. But oh yeah, so the weather, southern Minnesota. So yeah, I'm at the lake. A little bit earlier, a leaf actually blew in the trees around the lake, at least. I can't believe the leaves are falling already. I just noticed earlier last week I had to take Huey to the vet. Little baby Huey's 5 months old and he just got neutered. He is going to be giant like his brother Diesel because he's big. He was already almost 9 pounds. I joked, I told Eddie, I'm like, oh, he was, and he's like, well, did they weigh him before or after the surgery? If it was after, he probably was 9 pounds, and then they, now he's down to 8.5. I'm like, Eddie, you're a weird one, but I love you. And so when I was driving to take him to the vet, I noticed the trees, some of the leaves, the colors were changing. I was so excited because it's my favorite time of year. Temperature wise, I can finally not have to have the air conditioning on. It's cooler, which I love. And then it's also just the trees changing, the color, all of that is so pretty, and I love it. I just love it. So I noticed trees are changing, and then I drove back down here by the lake, and I'm like, oh my gosh, not only are they changing, they're falling off. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully it just like stays this for like 3 months would be ideal to have it that way and not be cold right away. Typically we don't get like real cold winter until almost the 1st of January. Frequently at Christmas we don't even have snow. We might get some cold temps, but this is the year 2020. Anything could happen. So, yep, last week Huey went to the vet. He's fine. This week I'm going to be working all week. Over the weekend, Kim had her housewarming party, which was a lot of fun. It was she had a whole day planned. So the guys, her husband and guy friends, girls could have gone too if they wanted. I don't mean to make it sound like it was just for the boys, but they went golfing in the morning, and then around noon, it just happened, it was a bunch of us ladies showed up, and we had a good old-fashioned home party. We had a Norwex party, which was so funny that the lady who was the consultant, she's like, this is the first time I've ever done an in-home party demonstrated. She's like, ever since I've signed up, it's just been like the online, which is great. As someone that's done direct sales, I absolutely adore that we can do things online like in a Facebook party or an Instagram, just because it allows people with different schedules, because it can be so tricky. I think that's why a lot of the home parties just don't work anymore, because people are working, or they're busy with their kids, or you got to get daycare. So it's just so easy to log on when you have a chance and do your shopping and do your online shopping, and you can ask questions to the consultant. But I was surprised how many people were there, and we had so much fun. And Kim got her house cleaned. So, not that her house was dirty, but it was a lot of fun. And then the guys came back right when we were winding up the party, and they had food. And I left a little early because I tried to condition myself to be awake, but I was like in the chair yawning, and I felt so bad. She's like, "Oh, why don't you go home and take a nap?" And I'm like, "If you need me, text me, I can come back." But they were gonna like play bean bags, and they had some games and stuff going on. Had a fire pit, so I'm sure the party could have gone all night long. I haven't had a chance to touch base with her again, but hopefully soon. But it was just fun, and they've been in their house for about a year now. It has been a year. And she had planned this party, and then I seriously think it was the week after she'd sent out like the invites and planned it. She had the washing machine hose like blew, and her washer and dryer are upstairs, so they blew. She had water everywhere at that same exact day that this happened, which it happened in the evening. That night was remember the storm I told you about, my friend with the tornado that was at her house? Well, it was that same storm came, so they had water not only from the leaking washing machine, which then of course went and flooded downstairs. They also had water because of the rain and storm. So she has been working, and it's like, and her basement still has no carpet, but they had to put new flooring in upstairs, new carpeting, and they honestly just barely finished it this week. And I don't think it's completely finished. Last week, there were still some little like edges and stuff to fix, and the basement hasn't been carpeted yet. But I just felt so bad for her. I'm like, "Oh, do you need to postpone?" She's like, "Nope." And I said, the truth is, nobody cares. We're just all excited to be able to get together. Of course, we all hand sanitizer, social distance, yada yada. People that wanted to wear masks, but I think everybody's just been so ready to see people, and it wasn't like huge, but it was a lot of fun. I had a good time, and it was a beautiful day. It like started out that morning, it was like 55, perfect for me. Got to 70, so by the afternoon it was actually a little warm, but it was a nice breeze, and yeah, a really fun little get together with my dear Kim. What else? Oh, so last week was another tough one for me. I think I talk about this. I know I talk about it probably every time or every year, but the 15th was the anniversary of my mother's passing, and it was 11 years. So as I say, well, it's 11 years closer to seeing her again. And it's just like some of those, it's like you don't forget, but it's like at the back of your mind, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, something just hits you and you're hit with that. And so I did pretty good this year. I was busy. I think I was working that day, and there's been still a lot of stuff at work, not getting into details, but just, I always tell people, I just want to work for a company where I am truly appreciated and treated fairly for the work I do. And those that don't pull their own, are not on an equal par. It's like, you can't, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so frustrating when there's those employees that like give the extra mile and take pride in their work. And I don't know if it's everywhere. I mean, I talk to other people that work at different companies, and I don't know what it is, if it's the culture, what happened, because it's not just where I work. It's like, people do the bare minimum and expect the most, And there's so much still, and this was like from when I first started working out of college, where it's always been the good old boys club, which drives me nuts, and it's who you know. And it was just almost disheartening because when I was at Kim's party, there was a young gentleman there who's in his first year of college, and he was talking about, he thinks he's going to not go to school next year, and his mom was there, and she's like, we're going to be talking about that. But he's like, there's just not, the ROI. And I'm like, oh, he's so hip. The return on investment, if there was, in my day. And I'm like, you have no idea. I paid for my 4-year college degree, and I've yet to have a job where I use it. I have been hired because I have a college degree. And I think that shows employers that, you follow through and you are committed and, put forth effort. But yeah, I've never actually used it. And he's just like, it's just not worth it for what I have to pay. And I'm not going to get a job right away with the job market. And I'm just like, what? Well, then what are you going to do? It all depends who you know now and what your skills are. And that's the kind of job you are. And maybe that's the way it is. But I don't know. So just a lot of frustration with work. And I hate that because I always say you spend so much of your awake time, your life at a job, and to not like truly enjoy it is just really sad. But I also know very few people are that lucky to have a job that they just, I can't wait. I'm so excited to go to work and I love what I do. And I do. I take pride in what I do, and it's just frustrating because equal peers or people that are higher than you don't put forth that effort. They receive all the benefit and then some, especially if they're friends with their bosses. And those of us, we don't even get a thank you. So, and there's just other crap that's going on, but I don't like to talk about that out here because I'm also not completely stupid. I know that this is a public forum and anybody could find it. So, including my employer, which I've never named, so I think I'm okay. See if I can not choke myself again. I think the problem was before I was so excited to talk, I didn't fully swallow, and I probably aspirated some of this energy drink into my lungs, which then caused me to cough. There's really not a lot. I just wanted to pop on quick. This is going to be a short MiniVan Monday, which I apologize for those of you that love the long, chatty ones. I just don't have that many updates today. Eddie's been working. Forget where all he went. He was really excited. He had a load to go to Colorado, and we were both excited because he'd probably get to see my aunt, which is always fun. For him, I don't get to see, but I just appreciate that someone gets to be in touch with her. And it was like the trailer was loaded, and he was just like sleeping, ready to go. He drove down to the yard to pick it up, and they're like, change of plans. And he calls me. He was just like, well, they took away the Colorado load, so I'm going to Chicago. Which, I mean, it's actually worked out well because then he got back in time to be home for the weekend. So, since, again, I'm working all week, I probably won't see him. I don't know for sure where he'll be going this week, but probably be out on a long haul anyway, which will be fine. So, I got more people walking. There's a lot of walkers here in the middle of the afternoon. Interesting. Not everybody be at work. No. What else? I don't know. I'm just tired. I should probably go home and take a nap before I have to go to work. I have enough time. I could take a nap. But then it's one of those, if I fall asleep, now I'm going to be too tired. Anybody else relate to that? Yeah. I could just sit and babble, but there's really nothing to babble. I feel really bad. Maybe I shouldn't even try to MiniVan Monday this week. But I like to when I have a chance, because it's dark out when I get off work, and that's when I normally have the time to film. And I had a moment right now to pull over by the lake. It's so peaceful. There's no bugs. That is the beauty of the weather changing when it gets cold enough to kill off most of the bugs. So you could actually sit outside right now. The mosquitoes are gone. They could come back in a hot minute. There might be some little gnat things, but it's like, it's that time of year you can actually enjoy your outside life. Other than, my allergies are flared up pretty badly. Cats are all fine. Huey, seriously, they sent him home with like 6 days worth of pain meds. I brought him in the house. He walked a little bow-legged when he walked out of the carrier, and then he was running and playing and jumping, and you would have never known he'd just had surgery. So I don't think he's in any pain. I'm waiting for the hormones to like get completely out of his system, because right now he's still just a little rambunctious. And him and the other boys, it's funny because Frankie and Diesel, who Diesel is now a year old, and Frankie as well, because they're the same age, totally different sizes, but they're still just like wild and crazy. And the girls, Gabby, well, she's a princess. Sometimes she'll play with them. Usually she doesn't want to play with them. And my poor old kids, Zoe, Lobo, and Ozzy, are just like, can we just find a spot to sleep? We don't want to play. And then you get these, oh, I got a hair totally being, whew. You know, like Diesel and those guys try and play with them, and they like jump on them and want to wrestle. And these guys are just like, man, leave me alone. And I feel so bad. I'm like, come on, you old kids. Come sit with mama. Come sleep on the bed. It's really, you know, you just feel badly for them. But they keep me company. They keep me sane, or keep me insane, however you want to look at it, especially while Eddie's gone. But yeah, like I said, that's been the update. Not much. I think the trick is I have to not do a MiniVan Monday, like maybe once a month, and then I always have lots to say. But I can't think. I'm sure once I turn the camera off, I'll remember things to say. But right now, I'm about done. And I need to go take a nap. So, anyway, short and sweet update for me. I will check in with you guys again later. I have a couple videos hopefully to post this week, just to stay alive out here, that I pre-filmed. Just about everything I pre-film. Who are we kidding? And yeah, kind of excited. Enjoying coloring a lot. I do need to film a bunch more over there on Spicy Cat Colors. It's fun. Yeah, I'm the most boring today, aren't I? It's like now is a day when I need you guys to be here and we can actually just sit and talk, because I can't think of anything. Ooh, there, I said there's no bugs and somebody just was like flying by out there. Just don't fly in. That's the main thing. So, everybody, take care of yourself. Be safe, be strong, be smart, make wise decisions. All of the things, because you matter to me and I want you to be well. Okay? We'll be in touch again soon. Bye.